Hey, hi, welcome to New Year. And so, just an obligatory video so that you don't feel that where am I and why I'm not posting videos and stuff. So, I'm just trying to plan and focus on what to supply for the next 6 months and what kind of content should be delivered for you. So, I'm working on that. Apart from it, it's just an video which I was about to put up. The thing is how to get started with Anaconda on Linux. So as you can see, I have Linux and I have figured it out on a separate disk. So this is my separate disk of Linux hard drive. So this is the hard drive where I have Linux system. This is entirely different and works separately from your main laptops or hard drive, whatever the desktops, hard drive, internal HDD. It does not interfere with that, an entirely independent and separate installation so that it does not end up corrupting all your disk partitions. So what I had done previously, I always used to dual boot the partitions and it used to mess up all the partitions and the grub menu, the grub loader, then you have to remove, and there's a hell lot of trouble which comes along with it. So why to trouble yourself? So it's better to have a separate installation, and it works absolutely fine. I've been working it for a very long time, but I just wanted to share the experience after testing it out for a sufficient amount of time. And I would say that this is the best way. Never ever dual boot. I won't be ever dual booting again. If you have to dual boot on this external hard drive because it does not affect your internal things. Apart from that, if you are interested in purchasing it, let me know. If I can be of any help, let me know. Anyways, let's get started with Anaconda installation. So if you are on a Linux system, what you need to do is get the Linux installer, download it. I won't be performing the steps. I already have Anaconda installed on my system. So let's say I have this Anaconda, so I'll need to do conda activate. It would activate the base system. Let's say I want to activate any other environment, TF2 2.4. So it comes up with the name of TF. So you have over here TF environment. So what I'm talking about is how to get this done. This won't be difficult because you're working on a Linux system, and Linux system is suitable for your development environment. So if you are into machine learning development or any kind of development, Linux system is the best system to work with. So you have everything. The installation part is quite smooth and easy, and you need not to fear about everything. uh, I mean, it's quite comfortable. It's extremely comfortable. So all you need to do is get the installer done, then run this bash command, follow along these steps. Pretty simple. Now I'll tell you what is not mentioned over here. This is the thing which is usually bit confusing. To control whether or not each shell session, each shell session, each shell session has the base environment activated or not, then you need to run this conda config set auto activate false or true. So what you need to do is so when I open up a new terminal, the conda environment is not automatically activated. It is running on the shell mode. It's running on the shell command line mode. But now if I want to activate, I need to do conda activate, and it will automatically go to the base mode. If I want to activate any specific, let's say TF, then I can go to TF. However, just after installation, if you have followed till this part, step number 10, what you will observe is it automatically gets activated. So you need to set this particular functionality, and it would be comfortable for you. You might verify, you might not verify. Now these are some standard steps. I think you will be very comfortable with this, given the fact that you have already seen the Windows installation, and even if not seen the Windows installation, it's pretty much easy. Just download and just copy paste and run these commands. Would be extremely simple for you. Once you're done, let me share some. So base environment, try not to mess around with the base environment. I'll now share some tips and techniques which are something which I've learned from my own personal experiences and would like to share them with you. So this is the base environment, and base environment is something that you're not looking forward to mess with. And let's say you have one TF environment, you make another new conda environment. So what you can do is conda create name and let's say dummy environment. So it would create the dummy environment in the given location. So this is the best way to do. So let's say you're working on a huge project and that would require not a single library installation, that would require a bunch of 10-15 library installations and might end up conflicting with your previous installations. Then in that particular scenario, it's better to create a new environment and get the installations done in that particular environment. Either create a new conda environment or create a virtual environment, but create a normal environment doesn't cost much space. If you're having a plenty space, create a new environment, get the installations done in the new environment. Once you're done with the project, delete the environment. And now I think we are having that thing, the backup in the conda navigator. So let's say conda navigator. Or it might be the case that I've not installed the conda navigator in my particular system. In this environment, I think that needs to be separately installed. That might be the case because I had run this few days back, but there are a lot of changes I did in the system. So yeah, it might be the case. Conda activate and conda navigator, Anaconda navigator. Here it goes. Yeah, I think here it goes. Yeah, first you need to activate the base, and once the base system is activated, then you can have the Anaconda navigator running. Yep, that was the preferred path. So you can see this is how the traditional things happen in the Windows. Just the only difference from Windows is you don't have the Anaconda navigator in your start menu. So let's say where are my applications? Here are my applications. So you don't have Anaconda navigator over here. So you see a bunch of softwares, but not Anaconda navigator, and PyCharm is different. These are things, different things. So there are a bunch of things. Apart from it, I would say that yep, don't mess around with base. That is the first and foremost thing. If you have a bunch of, let's say, 10-15 installations or more than that, prefer installing it in a let's say you have already configured a TF environment, and although it might be different from the base, but you don't want to disturb your base. So if you don't want to disturb your base, then what you need to do is create a new environment, and that's the most safest way to proceed. So even if you mess up with the installations and your installations conflict with each other, just make another one, delete the previous one, and you're good to go. So I did this quite many times, and it's the best way. And this is nowhere mentioned. This is from my personal experience. And yeah, let's see. So you might not be able to see new content for a couple of days, and don't get panicked or worried. Don't think that where is this guy? Why is not putting up videos and sharing content? Have some patience. I'll be back soon. Take care. Till then, take care. Bye bye.